Welcome back, everyone. So now finally the day is here when I'm going to start painting the actual floor. I came and I didn't do a video on how I traced, or not traced, I didn't trace it, but I drew a flower on the floor or a plant. It's not perfect. I don't want it to be exactly perfect because I want it to look kind of real, organic, I guess you can call it. And so I am going to do the center today, and I may get to some of the leaves, but I'm not sure, depending on how the wind is working with me, because I have a lot of dust and plant debris that flies into this area, and I don't really want to do the whole flower and then find that it's covered with dry leaves and things like that. So I'm gonna go slowly and do like maybe a petal a day or something, I don't know, or a petal every couple of hours, just to make sure things dry up okay. So first things first, these are the supplies that I have. Of course I have to get some water, and all these paints you can just get at the local hardware store like Home Depot or Lowe's, and a lot of times people do samples of the paint that they want and then they end up not buying it. So that's what I mainly purchased. So I'm gonna see what comes up with these, and they can be very economical. See, like this one that I'm gonna use today was only 50 cents, and I'm gonna use the whole center of it is gonna be that, and then I have the other colors to choose from for the petals, but they all range anywhere from 50 cents to a couple bucks. So any of the projects that you guys want to start don't have to be super expensive. It can still be done on the inexpensive side of things. Same thing with brushes. You don't have to, at least for this project, since I'm only going to be doing the floor, I can just use inexpensive brushes that I can just toss after use. So you don't have to go very high tech. It's not like we're painting something else that we need to keep them. So before start painting, I need to make sure I have no debris on the floor. Another thing to consider is how you're gonna be comfortable. So I have these knee pad boards that my husband got for free at an event that he attended. So he thought of me and he brought me a couple. So that's what I'm gonna be kneeling on, so I won't be killing my knees in the process. Anything that will make you comfortable, make sure that you are comfortable, or you're not gonna like doing your projects. As you can see, I kept adjusting so that I have a semi-equal, or semi-perfect circle. I'm not too concerned about some of the edges that you're gonna be like, oh my god, but she went off, blah blah blah, because I'm going to be painting the leaves off of it, or petals, and so those edges are going to be mixing with the other color, and then I'm going to add some shadows a little bit. So I'm not too concerned about that. All I'm saying is just go with the flow and see what you like and adjust as you go and accordingly. This is a project that's not supposed to stress you out. It's actually supposed to do quite the opposite. So don't stress out about being perfect. Okay, so there's a gardener working, so I'm gonna say this real quick. While the center dries, I'm going to, oh no, here it comes. I'm going to do the edges of the petals just so that I don't just wait idle, doing nothing. So I hope the noise from the neighbor is not too loud. So I went ahead and did the edge for the first 4 petals. There's gonna be many more. So while all this dries, I'm gonna go get something to drink. I came back and did the second coating of the middle circle, and I also went ahead and added more petals to the flower. So once all these dry, I'm going to be filling in the petals with the color of the flower that I want. And then after that, we'll work on the details. So here's the first coating of the yellow color for the flower. And I am pretty much done. I'm tired today, so I'll do the other 4 petals tomorrow. And then I will be doing a second coat just to make sure that the color still stays vibrant for as long as possible. And then we'll start on the details on the flowers. I mean on the flower center and the petals. Stay tuned. One thing to remember is when you are done doing your first coat or whatever, if you don't want to keep washing your brushes, you can just put them inside a ziploc bag and leave them there till the next time you use them on this project. So that's why I put the red one. In about half an hour or so, I'm going to go and do the second coat, and I don't have to do anything to it until after that. After the second coat, then I'll wash it. So I just finished adding the second coat to the petals, and later on when everything is dry, I'm gonna work on fixing little lines like this that got overrun, and then I'll put a little more details into it and the flower will be done. So when filming, make sure that there are no blocks in your road. So I did the second coat and I added a little bit of detail to the petals. I didn't want to add too much. I'm still deciding what else I'm going to do with the rest of it, or if I should just, or if I'm just going to leave it alone as is. But this is it for now. And then on to the rest of the garden, which has been a long process only because we've been busy and I haven't been feeling very well. So